look at reflections. Okay, and this can be a tricky concept here in grade 7. So we have our 4 coordinates. They've made a rectangle out of the shape here, and they have A, B, C, D. I used our happy faces to really accentuate where the point was. First thing we're going to do with this is we're going to write down what our points are. So for point A, what is that coordinate?
-1,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, positive 5. Good. So first of all, we know that the x comes first and the y comes second. That's really important. Okay. The B coordinate.
+3, +5.
Good. Keep going. C.
+3, +2.
Good. And finally, our D.
-1, +2.
-1, +2. Excellent. Okay, these are really, really important. We've got them down already. Excellent stuff. The first thing we're going to do is what's called a reflection. Okay. Reflection on. We'll do the x-axis to start because I think that's going to be the easier of the two. The x-axis. Okay. And the x-axis is the horizontal axis here. So we're going to just do our little highlighted line there. That's where our reflection is going to be. So what's happening is, think of it like somebody's holding a mirror here. Where would this shape show up on the other side of the mirror? Would it be very different looking? Would it be the exact same, just the same distance from it? That's what we're working on, okay? And essentially, that's exactly what it is. It's going to be the same distance, okay, from wherever this mirror is. So we know that the distance here, okay, it's 2 units from the, you could call it the mirror, or where you're going to flip it from. So that means it's going to be 2 units down. And we know that the x values, because we're reflecting on the x-axis, they stay the exact same. So the x values stay the exact same. So what we'll do is we'll plot our mirror image here. But then I'm going to talk about how we can, once we know what reflection is, how we can just do it by the coordinates. We don't even have to really to draw them. And actually, you know what, let's do that. So like we said, the x ones are all going to stay the same. There's not going to be any difference. So I'm going to start by writing the new coordinates. And usually they would say something like this. A prime, like they put a little number where to say it's the new one. We said the x coordinate is going to be the same. So the x coordinate is going to be -1. Got it.
What would you call, like, the one where there's 2?
2, so you could call it double prime, triple prime. It's a way to tell it's a different letter. So if we had 3 or 4 written across there. The next letter B, what was the x coordinate? It was 3, I believe, right? Good.
Yep.
Okay. C,
3.
Our C prime is 3. And finally, our D prime,
1. -1.
-1. Good. Okay, so our x1s have stayed the exact same. What's happening now is whatever the y coordinate was, we give it the opposite sign. So because it was positive for A,
Now it's negative.
so now it's negative.
-5,
So-
-5, -2, -2.
You got it. That's exactly what it is. -5, -5, -2, and -2. So if that's correct, let's put our new, this time we'll use stars, okay? We'll say stars is our new guy here. -1, -5. Okay, so we go -1 and we drop down to -5. That would be here. So that's where A prime should be. That's what this says, okay? A prime. Our next one, B prime should be at 3, -5. So over here. That should be our B prime. And let's just put them all out and then we'll write the letters after, okay? 3, -2 would be here, okay? We go across 3, we come down 2. And -1, we go to the left 1 and down 2. -1, -2 would be our D prime. So this is our B prime. This is our C prime. And this is our D prime. So let's gonna draw our new lines. We'll do it in red, I guess, to show that we got a different rectangle here. Okay, so this is where that idea comes in. We're going to measure exactly like we did. So that was really easy to do by just flipping the value. And let's look at it. Is the D 2 units from where the mirror is?
Yes.
Yeah, so that D1 is a mirror image. So because it was closest to the mirror, it's closest to the mirror on this side. Here's our C. It was 2 units from the mirror, so it's 2 units from the mirror. The A was farther. It was 5 units. And again, the A is farther. It's 5 units. And same with the B. The B was 5 units, so it's 5 units the other way with the B. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, now that was technically the easier of the two for this specific one. The next thing we're going to do is a reflection on the y-axis. So the y-axis is which of the axes? The one that goes...
The vertical one.
Yeah, the vertical one. And one way you can remember it,
You messed calculator.
yeah, is like a yo-yo. Yo-yos go up and down, right? So now we're flipping it, the original, we're flipping it on the y-axis. So this is a little harder. When it's on the y-axis, we can take a similar thing. We'll change the letter here. We had a star, a happy face. Let's use, I don't know what this is. What is that? A flower. Great. Flowers are going to be our next one here, okay? The A, okay, we'll say A double prime. Instead of the x ones being the same, remember x values stay the same on the x-axis. Because we're flipping on the y, what do you think is going to stay the same?
The X. No, the Y.
The y coordinates. The y coordinates are going to be the exact same. So we keep the exact same 5 value, okay? Our B double prime is also 5. Our C double prime was 2. And our D double prime is 2. So, because those are all the same, do you remember what we did last time? We just flipped what?
The positive and negative.
That's exactly what we're going to do. Now, this one's a little tougher because we have some that start positive, some that start negative.
So it'd be positive 1, negative 3, positive 1.
Exactly right. So, positive 1, negative 3, negative 3, and positive 1. Okay? So let's kind of draw our little flower here. I know the coordinates are a little low. And it's going to be tougher to see because we already have quite a bit on here. Where's my... That's not what I want. There it is. There you go. Okay, good. So first one, positive 1, positive 5. So positive 1, positive 5 is here. Okay? Negative 3, negative 5. So we go 1, 2, 3, negative 5. Okay? Negative 3, negative 2. So negative 3, 1, 2, 3, up 2. And positive 1, positive 2. Positive 1, positive 2. So this one looks funny, right? It looks like it's kind of overlapping exactly what we had. And it is overlapping. Let's have some new lines here. We'll do them in green so you can kind of tell the difference. Okay?
Why is it overlapping?
So why is it overlapping? Well, the reason it's overlapping is because some of them started on the left side of the mirror and some started on the right side. Have you ever stood in a mirror and had like half your body behind it and half in front of it? It kind of looks like you're floating. Have you ever tried that idea? Well, might be. Anyways, give it a try if you ever think about it. So we have some to the left. So because these two guys were on the left, they switch over to the right side. And because these two guys were on the right, they flip over to the left side. So that's how we have this overlapping effect. Okay?
So it's like when you do cat's cradle.
I guess you could say it like that, yeah. So we started with this happy face. It was 1 unit from the mirror on the left. So now it's 1 unit from the mirror on the right. Same with this happy face. It was 1 unit to the left from the mirror. So now it's 1 unit to the right of the mirror. This happy face was 1, 2, 3 units from the mirror on the right. So now it becomes 3 units from the left, and this one was 3 from the right, so this one is 3 from the left. So that's why we have that flipping that looks the same. It can be hard visually, but the easiest way to remember it is if we're flipping on the x-axis, all the x's stay the same, and we just invert the y values. If we're flipping on the y-axis, all the y's stay the same, and we flip all the x values.